welcome back to Healing Mama Podcast. I am your host, Val, aka Healing Mama. Today's episode is titled Broken Strength because honestly, that has been how I've been feeling lately. Just to be fully transparent with you guys, I have been just going through a lot of battles emotionally, internally, and I feel like I am in God's waiting room and God is prepping me, He's building me, He's putting me through the fire. And I know at the end of the day that everything is going to be okay, but I've been feeling lately that I do have strength, but at the same time, I'm broken. And so as I was meditating the last couple of days, I felt it press upon my heart to do this episode. Um, just talking about broken strength because there might be a few of you like me that right now they're going through a lot and you feel like there is no end in sight, but I promise you there is an end in sight. I promise you everything is happening for you, not to you, even if we can't see it at this point in time. And so really just letting you know, like I'm going through it currently and I know that it can also be too that my depression has its ebbs and flows, its ups and downs. And I've been struggling lately. I've been on depression medication for going on 4 years now. In August, it'll be 4 years. And I have, for the most part, good days. For the most part, I'm okay. But once in a while, I get into these seasons, these emotions, these feelings to where I have hit a low and I can feel it because I am not myself. And what that looks like is it is harder for me to get out of the bed. It is harder for me to feel motivation. It is hard for me to remain positive. And so I just have to keep fighting and pushing through it and know that it's temporary. And I have to just keep reminding myself that I'm going to be okay. And recently, my son and I went to a pottery class, and I was able to be hands on with the pottery, making it, molding it, shaping it into what I wanted it to be and what I wanted it to look like. And that made me think of God and my higher power and how He's building me and molding me from this solid chunk of clay to what He wants me to be. I am His masterpiece. I am His work of art. And so I am being put through the stretches and being put through the molding and everything that takes time. And when I was doing this with my son, I was like, man, this takes a lot of patience because it has to be to your liking. And I know that I have so much more to go and so much more that God has for me to where I'm not necessarily to His liking at this moment. I'm not where I need to be. And not that I am ever going to be at that level, right? Because I do feel like we're always going to have room for growth, but to the level that I'm supposed to be at right now. And so I feel like I am going through those growing pains. I am struggling. I do have broken strength right now. And so if you're listening to this podcast, you came across this podcast, this episode specifically, it's for a reason. I don't believe that you landed here on accident. I do feel that this message is going to meet you where you need to be met. It's going to meet you right in the middle, right where you're at this point in time. And it's talking about something that I feel like a lot of us feel, but we don't really say. We don't say, like, hey, right now I'm not the strongest. Right now, I do have broken strength. I am broken. I feel like I have strength, but I'm not completely where I should be or where I have been. And so, what does broken strength look like? For me, it looks like I'm still showing up every day. I'm still trying to be aligned with my greatest and highest good. I'm still trying to communicate with my higher power on a day to day basis. I'm still pushing forward. But on the inside, I do feel tired. I do feel my depression bubbling up at its core. I do at times feel stretched thin. I do at times feel broken. And if you're like, hey, Val, me too, then this episode is for you. And so when I was thinking about this episode, it took me to what did I used to think strength was? For me, I used to think strength meant holding it all together, not letting anybody see me fall apart. It meant me not feeling the emotions of my soul at that time. It was silence. It was pressure. It was putting me in survival mode. And somewhere along the way, I learned that it was okay to put my feelings to the side, that I just needed to push through, keep going, and not feel those emotions. But what I want you to remember, and I Tell yourself, write this down if you need to. Strength is not the absence of breaking, but it's what you do in the middle of that, in the middle of that storm. Broken strength is you allowing yourself to cry, but still taking it to your higher power. It's you feeling lost in the mix, lost in the sauce, but still showing up every day. You're tired, but you still love anyway. You're hurting, but you give that hurt to God, your higher power, and you tell him, this is how I feel, God. I'm struggling right now. I am feeling lost. I'm feeling broken. I'm feeling unloved, whatever it is. And you give that to your higher power and you tell them, take this from me. Take this burden from me and pour back into me everything it is that I need. That's not weakness. That's broken strength. And let's talk about the weight of carrying all that for a moment. Because if you're listening and you're tuned into this episode and you're like, I feel this, it's something that we need to talk about. It could be emotional exhaustion. It could be the overwhelming sensation we get as parents or motherhood. It can be a relationship that's draining you. It could simply be a version of you that you're holding on to that you don't even recognize anymore. Or maybe it's something that you can't quite pinpoint, that you don't even know exactly what it is, but you could feel it. And the hardest part is that you've been carrying it quietly. I know that feeling. You see, with me, the way things work is I take a lot, if not all, I would say probably a good 98% of my feelings, my emotions, my grief, my fear, my doubts. I take that to my higher power and I don't necessarily discuss that with anyone. So if you were to see me from the outside looking in, you think that I'm this strong person. But inside, at times I'm broken, but I won't tell anybody. So you can call me and you're not going to ever know through the sound of my voice, through the tone of my voice, that I'm going through something. So I do carry that and I take that to God 98% of the time, I take that to God. But like I said, you wouldn't know that I'm going through something because I'm still showing up. I'm still pouring into others. I'm still trying to be everything for everyone around me. But inside, sometimes I do get tired. But I want to tell you this. You're allowed to be tired. You're allowed to feel the weight of it all and go through the motions. You don't have to pretend that it's not heavy. And I feel like that's something that I'm still learning to try to do. I'm still trying to work on allowing myself to not feel guilty because I'm going through something, because I am in a season where I'm not necessarily 100% positive all the time, where I'm in a season where it is harder for me because I do feel my depression kicking in and not letting that bring me down. Because at times I do feel like, hey, Val, like I've come so far just to feel this sense of brokenness that I know is temporary. But the difference between me now to me a year and a half ago is that being broken meant I wouldn't be able to recover, that it was the end. But now, even through the broken strength, through the brokenness, I gather strength. Talking to God, my higher power, it's a release of that brokenness that my soul desperately needs. So I came across this quote, and it really is holding true to my current situation where I'm at right now. It says, your breaking point isn't where you fall apart. It's where God begins to put you back together differently. That is so beautiful. So we're not losing ourselves through this brokenness, right? Through this trial, through this struggle, whatever it is that you're going through. We're shedding what we were never meant to stay with. I keep telling myself my test will be my testimony. I will push through. I will persevere. So God isn't meeting me only in the beautiful moments, in my polished moments, in my positive vibe moments. He's meeting me in the middle of my mess. He's meeting me in my tears, in my confusion, in my frustration, in the times where I am just like, God, I don't see the direction. I don't see it, but I trust you. I trust you, and I know that you have my greatest and highest good at heart. And I'm sorry if I'm getting emotional. God meets me in that place, and I talk to God and I tell God, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going. I don't see a path, but I align myself with you, God. But I am struggling. I am struggling, and it is hard. But I know that at the end of the day, I'm going to be okay. And I know that I'm going to come back stronger, but it is hard sometimes, guys. It is hard. And that's why I wanted to come on here and to show you what it is, to show you what I go through, because it's not going to be week after week where I'm strong. And like I said, life isn't rainbows, sunshines, and butterflies through this healing journey. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of feelings. It's a lot of grief. It's a lot of closure. It's a lot of things that it's uncomfortable, but I know that I need to go through these things in order to get to where I'm supposed to be. But in all of this, I'm grateful. I really am, because I know that I have so much more to go. And if this was me a year and a half ago, I would have just sunk. I would have been in a big, dark pit of pain, of self-pity, of grief. But I'm growing, I'm learning. And like I said, I give it to God. So right now, if you're just feeling overwhelmed and you don't know what you're supposed to do, give it to God. Give it to your higher power. And I literally tell God, guys, as I meditate, I tell God, I'm lost. I'm hurting. I don't have a direction and I need that direction, because without direction, I feel like I have nowhere to go. And every day God gives me a sign. He gives me an affirmation to where I can see he's doing his work in my life, and I'm okay. I just need that confirmation from my higher power, God, to let me know that I'm in the right direction, that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and I'm sitting in the silence in my broken strength. And this is what broken strength looks like. This is what vulnerability looks like. And I want to let you know that you're not alone, and it could be hard and you could be in darkness, but I promise you, there's always light at the end of the darkness. There's always going to be something beautiful through the storm, after the storm. Through the storm, not necessarily is going to feel beautiful. It sucks. We're going through it, right? It's growing pains, it's uncomfortable, and it's a lot sometimes. But I promise you that you're going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. But I wouldn't be healing mama if I didn't come out here and tell you this is what it is. This is what I'm currently going through. This is what I'm feeling. I want to be raw and honest, because this is life. This is my journey. This is my path. And I know somebody out there is going through the exact same thing. So I just want to tell you, you don't have to have perfect words to talk to your higher power. You just need to be honest. You need to be raw and just let it all go. The healing starts to begin when you stop pretending, when you stop pretending that you're okay and you let it all out. So I want you to remember, your test will be your testimony. Things that are broken can always be rebuilt, but not into what it used to be. It'll be rebuilt into something better, something new. So I challenge you to align yourself with your higher power, be rooted in your truth. And so at this moment, is it uncomfortable? Is it an uneasy, unsettling feeling sometimes? Yes, but I know that it's necessary. But let me remind you of something. You have survived so many things that people couldn't even imagine. I know I have. I have survived things that were meant to break me. Things that still come into my path that are trying to break me. People say things, people do things that are trying to break me. But guess what? You're not going to break me. You're not going to hurt me, because I know that whatever God allows to come into my life, it's to show me something. It's to help me grow. It's to teach me a lesson. And I accept that 100%. And I'm still here. I'm still learning, I'm still growing, I'm still trying, and I'm still loving. And that is broken strength. And so I ask you, if this episode touched you in any kind of way, please share it. If you know somebody or someone that's going through something, please share it, tag them in it, screenshot it, take a picture, whatever it is, tag me in it. I would love to get this out to whoever needs to hear it at this point in time. And if you feel seen, you feel safe, you feel heard, you feel like this content is relatable, please make sure to like, follow, share, subscribe. I am across social media at YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Facebook. Across all socials, you can find me at Healing Mama Podcast, with the exception of TikTok, where you can find me at Healing Mama Pod. And until next time, guys, I send you so much love, peace, joy. We're going to be okay, I promise. I hope you have an amazing weekend, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.